Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 748 of FloWrestling Radio Live, the Hair Fairy edition. Take a look at Ben Askren. We have varying hairstyles. We got Shane Sparks. He rolls out of bed with the nice parted hair, and then you got Ben Askren who just rolls out of bed.
That's a nice part.
He rolls out of bed with the part? Are you kidding
That's
me?
what it looks like. That's what it looks like at all times. There's no photo evidence that Shane's hair ever looks any different. Therefore, that is what his hair always looks like.
Oh my goodness.
Shane,
I'm
what's
on the
going
website
on, man?
trying to find stats right now. Shane,
on Shane's
we had an
hair?
argument before the show started. No, not Shane's hair.
Yeah,
That's
we had rehashed the maybe once a year we get into the Anthony Robles should have won the Hodge debate here on the show. And we've all had it. I would have liked it if you're giving out two every year now. I mean, Robles and Jordan Burroughs would have been perfectly fine with me, but Jordan was the
Burroughs
rightful winner.
also 36-0, but I can't find his bonus rate.
He had more pins.
Yeah, but I saw here. Let
That's
me go
the
on
number
the
one
pins.
criteria. That's the number one criteria.
Record is number one
okay,
criteria.
Hold on.
Record
Record number one criteria. So let me go on record here by saying this because Keegan O'Toole's dad was complaining to me, and I said, "Listen, Brian, I got votes, so I know what the criteria is.
Yeah,
Pin should not be the number two criteria because they have an award for pinning specifically. It's called the Wade Chalice Award, specifically for pinning. Now, dominance is the ultimate mark of pinning. Dominance, pinning is the ultimate mark of dominance in college wrestling. I'm the best pinner in the last 20. I'm probably the best pinner in the last 45 years. So I know this very, very, very clearly. That being said, if it's like, say I got 30 matches, I got 20 pins, but I have 0 other bonuses, and you have 10 pins, but then you got 9 techs and you got 8 majors. So you have 27 bonus out of 30, and I have 20. Despite the fact that I doubled you in pins, your dominance is significantly higher than mine. So I think pins are a marker of dominance, but they're not the only marker.
Well, it's like this year, Gable's probably going to win. Is he going to have one
0
pin?
pins. I don't think he's not going to have any.
Like
That was what, yeah.
It's interesting.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to find the. I found the stats. So Jordan was 36-0, so he had the best record, tied with Anthony, who was also actually John Reeder was 39-0. Man, this is back when guys were wrestling a lot of matches. The Hodge final is 36, 29, 36, 39, and 38.
Boom.
Jordan had 6 pins, 14 techs, 9 majors,
So
and
14,
3
6.
decisions. He only had 3 decisions.
6, but is that so 14, 6, and 9? That's 29. That's not 33.
29 out of 36 plus 4 forfeits. I don't know why.
4 forfeits. Okay, so forfeits don't count.
Pins.
Unfortunately,
forfeits are pins.
They don't count as pins. Stop. Okay, we'll roll with. Read Robles' stats.
Robles was 2 pins. Wow. 24 techs.
Listen, he couldn't balance on top of him. He couldn't balance on top. Richard Biles. He couldn't balance.
I'm sorry. I know
you gotta have balance on top.
I know
of
this was an excuse. He did. It's not impossible for him to pin. He had 2 pins.
Okay, go. 26.
24.
How many majors?
5 and 5.
So
decisions.
he had more bonus. He had 31 bonus. That's 31 bonus.
How many majors did Burroughs have?
Lower percentage of bonus than Burroughs. Burroughs had a higher bonus.
No,
How
he's
many
higher.
majors did
No. You don't
Burroughs
count.
have?
You don't count the forfeits.
I'm not. I mean, yeah. So then he was 33-0 then with 29 bonus point victories.
You're just washing. You're washing those forfeits away. Okay.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, they wouldn't take
Either
him
way.
out. What's he supposed to do?
It was damn close.
Congratulations to Jordan.
I bet he had a higher dominance
here's
score.
The thing, Ben. Noted
bet he had a higher
Jordan Burroughs
dominance
hater.
score.
You pick Dake to beat him. You pick Robles. You think Robles would beat Jordan Burroughs? Come on, Shane, restore some sanity here.
Robles had 31 and 36 bonus.
But here's what you guys are forgetting, and you guys all bring up very valid points. They're factual points.
Oh, Shane's gonna start talking about Andrew Howe in 3, 2, 1, go.
You're close. When I look at these things, it comes down to who you beat. When you have a debate that is this close, who did you beat? And it makes a difference. I mean, Ben, let me ask you this. I've never thought about this before. How close were you to wrestling in the Big Ten? I'm sure. I mean, was that a consideration, or were you Missouri all the way? I've never asked you that.
No one in the Big Ten was in my final couple.
Okay. Yes. And I don't remember. I don't remember who was on that weight class. But you bring up Andrew Howe, of course. But and that's why, not to get off track, but that's why it's not like I'm picking on anybody. It's when I look at Gable Steveson or Spencer Lee, who's been more impressive the last couple of years. It's Gable Steveson because of the competition. Mm-hmm. And that's not a knock on Spencer Lee. It's just when you look at what Gable Stevenson's doing, so really high-rated guys, high-credential guys, I mean, to me, it's who you beat makes a huge difference. That's just my own opinion. Who do you beat? It matters.
The nail in the coffin for me is that they gave it to Nick Ackerman 1 year and not Robles.
That's a big one.
Like, explain that one to me.
That's inexplicable. In fact.
Inexplicable.
Like, if you want to give it, it's fine if you want to give it to Nick Ackerman. What he did was awesome. Won a Division III title.
It's a great story.
But Anthony Robles won a Division I title and dominated his way to it.
A returning champ.
Yes.
A returning champ. Yeah. It's an amazing story.
He did have a 100%, maybe not 100%. He had one full leg, though. Ackerman
had no.
Yeah, I think.
Had no legs.
Yeah, just at the knees.
And that tournament to me was so intriguing because I think that played out perfect for wrestling. I mean, I'm all about a good story. Robles getting the number 1 seed that year, I didn't agree that he should have been the 1 seed, and I think it made a big difference.
Because
McDonough had a loss to Prieston.
Brandon Prieston.
Right.
But I believe he had beat Prieston twice. Here's the facts, guys. Again, who do you beat? And we're going to see this again. And I'm not trying to be a Big Ten homer here. I'm just giving facts. When you look at like 141 this year or heavyweight, wrestling heavyweight, like, let's be honest. Wrestling heavyweight in another conference is wrestling different than wrestling heavyweight in the Big Ten. And you're probably, I could be wrong, I'm dying to see how this plays out. Somebody from outside the Big Ten is going to get like a 2 or 3 seed at heavyweight. And I just kind of shake it is what it is. There's no perfect system, but it matters. Yeah. And Robles that year, if he's wrestling in the Big Ten with Prieston and McDonough and Zach Sanders, would it have made a difference? Maybe not. But we can see this about
wasn't losing to them dudes that year.
He beat McDonough 7-1.
Keep this in mind, guys. Let me give you this take.
Prieston beat him.
Prieston.
That was like not that year. No one. That year was so much different than other years.
Listen, the year before, Piles, you bring up Chris. You bring up a good point. Prieston got hammered by him, if I remember right, the first time, and then they came back the next day. Robles, you were beating him the first time you ever wrestled him. It might have been a different story if Robles wasn't the 1 seed. Because when McDonough was wrestling him, I'm like, he's not beating him. He's not beating him the first time.
No, Robles, just look, the stats prove this. Robles Jr. and Robles Sr. were distinctly different people. He lost 9 matches or maybe 10 matches as junior in college. And then to his credit, and this is why I give him so much credit, because Brian Stith helped him out quite a bit. But at the same time, you know how hard it is to simulate wrestling with one leg? Like, I can't tell you what moves to do. I don't know the way you move or the way you feel. I can't be in your body, unfortunately. And he went and figured out a few different takedowns that worked for him and was just a different person. Because once he could get on top quick, then he was just smashing. It was over. He was smashing dudes. But if he couldn't get on top, then, he would waste a lot of energy in the neutral position and not roll him up. But I think Christian's rubbing his eyes. He wants to move on.
You just said it. He was so good on top. Why would you ever not go in that position?
No, we are not. We're not doing this, Shane. We're not doing it.
Yeah. Wow.
I've done this already 4 times with you, and you won't listen to your elders, and we're not doing this again.
Okay, so we can keep it moving.
Christian, if he continues this, cut his mic. He keeps it up.
Man, you're the one though. You'll go on the tangents too, Ben. I need a couple kill switches here, a couple trap doors. No, I think Shane's point about the seating is one of my big frustrations. Is listen, I'm not picking on the team of one of the people went to. They're on this show right now, but there have been years where the schedule
up,
is such, but it happens every year. It's like, okay, Alan Hart's the 4. Let's see how this plays out. It's like, we already know what's going to happen. And we're going to see it with Schultz, who, it's one thing, like, you wrestle your full schedule and things happen, but, like, when you are standing there to walk on the lap, and listen, shout out Colton Schultz, shout out Rick Schultz, his dad, cool dude, like him a lot. But he could have wrestled Kirkfleet. He was there, standing in his singlet, and not his choice. Coach's choice said, don't wrestle. You tell me. Because now he is going to easily navigate this undefeated. Now, he was going to wrestle Mason Paris here in Austin, and then everything hit the fan. But the bottom line is that will benefit him in the seeding, that match didn't happen. That should not be. If there was a circumstance where they were supposed to hit and they don't, that should play a factor, and it absolutely won't. And he's going to be undefeated. No one is touching Colton Schultz outside of the Big Ten contingent, in my opinion. So he's going to be an undefeated conference champion, returning All-American. He's going to be the 2, and that's going to jam. That's going to put someone.
That is just not right.
It's going to happen.
How do you feel about 141
it is
in the
going
Big
to happen,
Ten?
and it's not his fault. And Colton Schultz is phenomenal. Like, nobody's debating that. But it makes a difference who you wrestle. I will scream that forever. It makes a huge difference who you wrestle.
Yeah, and your McDonough. Listen, if Brandon Prieston is in the Pac-12 or the Big 12, and McDonough doesn't see him at Midlands or in the Duel, then McDonough's the 1, and then Prieston and Robles are the 2 and 3. But because he wrestles a more rigorous schedule against better guys, you are punished. Tougher schedules are punished by the seeding.
Yes.
Especially at the highest levels, in the top. When you get down to, like, the 6 through the 20s or whatever, it's a little different. And they try to reward it, but there's just a common sense element that I think is missed sometimes.
Do you think?
We continue to agree on pretty much everything, Christian.
Wow.
Now,
Nerds.
You agree, Ben?
How about the Arizona State Stanford Twitter stuff going on right now?
We should talk about this.
Wait,
it was
I don't
so
know.
cringe until
this is
Arizona
great.
State body bag them.
Yeah, Arizona State kind of like shut down the program once again after everything Stanford's been through, just to be ended by these
I can't
Sun
see- I
Devil
can't see
wrestling.
that.
So there's a bunch of tweets. So it's like it starts off like kind of sharpen those axes. Stanford's coming Friday, which is they're the trees somehow, and then this really bad cartoon.
That is weird because they're named the Cardinals. It's so weird.
Well, they're Cardinal, not Cardinals.
Cardinal,
like
no
the
F.
color.
What?
Yeah, don't. I don't understand it. And then
It's like the Crimson Tide.
Then they say
And
most
then their mascot's
innovative
an
school.
elephant.
All right, hold on. We got to talk people through this. So then Sun Devils reply, even your memes aren't innovative. And then Stanford replies, innovative is a big word for the Forbes 121 ranked university at number 4. We cite our sources.
That's a nerd
At
response.
Forbes. That is a total nerd response. And then Sun Devil body bags them. Let us grab our 22 conference titles to wipe our tears. Crying emoji. Have fun at the library, though, nerds.
Like, if you're a nerd school, you can't be starting stuff.
Yeah, don't start trouble on Twitter.
Because the nerd Trump, it's a Trump card.
Yeah, you sound like the.
You just got wedgied.
Yeah, you sound like the guy in Good Will Hunting that tells Will Hunting you're gonna be like serving my kids like fast food on our ski trips.
How do you
and
like
stuff.
them apples?
Yeah, he got a number.
You got the number.
Okay,
That's good stuff.
Well, to bring it back to the seeding debate, 141 in the Big Ten.
yeah, it's gonna be a
Seabass got screwed.
Where is he in the coaches rank?
I think he's 3. I'm saying he didn't get Nick Lee did not show up to that duel, so he did not get the option to beat him.
Right.
Good point.
But he will still be below Nick Lee.
Well, as long as here's what I would say about that. Well, one, the thing with the Big Ten is the Big Ten conference exists. So if he wins the tournament, then he's going to be the 1.
But under that, he will have to go through Jaden in the semi versus if he beats Nick Lee,
He's
he gets
saying
the
the
1
seeding
seed.
at the
You need
at
to
the
beat
Big Ten
Jaden.
tournament.
I mean, if you want to be a top seed, you got to beat Jaden. Jaden just lost to Nick Lee.
He tried to beat Nick Lee and did not get the opportunity.
Yeah, true. But
Seeding matters.
yeah, but this is not going to be a circumstance where like there's not going to be a 2-seeded 41-pounder. No one's going to benefit from outside Big Ten for that fact. Is my point. But yeah,
I'm talking about at the Big Ten tournament.
It's irrelevant because I mean, it's essentially the same consequence whether it's the Big Ten tournament or the NCAA tournament. If you get the poor seed because someone else has whether you want to say they avoided the competition because of good reasons or not good reasons, they still avoided the competition.
He was denied the opportunity.
I would say there should be some sort of. Okay, I get where you're getting at here with the conference.
Yeah.
There should be some carve out if like your team's duel and one of the guys doesn't wrestle. It's like, okay, that needs to be a seating punishment.
Yes.
Even though Nick Lee was not, like it was a COVID thing, right? Like he couldn't have wrestled if he wanted to. But still, that's part of it. And
you should be. I mean, at the end of the day, this is actually the crux of a big argument. Is like you should be rewarded for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
If you show up and they don't, that's I don't want to say it's a W, but it counts for something.
It needs to count for something.
As long as it doesn't mess other. That's the problem though with some of these guys. Like, I mean, I'll just use Gable. This is a bad. Anytime you use Gable Steveson in an argument, it's bad.
Do the argument with someone besides Gable.
I'll do it with somebody else. You just don't want it to mess up. You just don't want it to screw everybody else in the bracket because some of these guys, it doesn't matter what seed they are, they're probably going to win, right? I mean,
yeah.
So it's just. It's a really tough problem to solve.
Yes, it is. Okay, Shane, you were at Iowa Penn State. What were your thoughts? We talked a little bit afterwards, but we were trying to get out of there so we didn't get to catch up.
Yeah, where was Ben at? I didn't see you there, Ben. I was looking forward to seeing you.
He was at the top yelling at me to hurry up because I was uploading a video.
I had a bunch of AWA wrestlers there. They wanted to get a picture together. So we're done. We even filmed a video afterwards. I said, hey, I'm going to go take a picture with my guys. And then, I assume, I'm going to go take a picture. Chris is going to pack up his stuff, and then we're going to leave. And then, I'm on babysitting duty for the next hour because I don't know what Christian's doing down there.
I'm uploading the video. Well, that's the flow life, it's not over when the event's over.
I thought you graduated from that. I thought you graduated, Christian. You are above that now.
Yeah, right. No way. Team upload all day.
Team upload.
Yeah.
I used to spend nights up to like 3 a.m. with Mark Bader.
Yeah,
uploading film in Las Vegas. Like these are the real 2008, 9, 10, those years, and we would just stay up so late. And Bader's mania. I won't tell you. I won't implicate him in anything else.
And those are back in the days when a video would take, each video would take 20 minutes to upload, and internet connection was. I mean, those were
sometimes that's still
the good old
funny.
days.
It's like it's funny because the job has changed so much. It used to be a main role of a Flow content employee to just go to the event just to upload the archive. Now like auto uploads, it's like, so now wait, we can actually make more content. But that was like my first year or two. That's all I did was go places and upload things, and it took forever. It's a huge frustration. So, uploading one video on Iowa's high-speed internet was a pleasure. But Ben, even still, spoiled Ben Askren, didn't want to wait.
I got trying to get kicked out. Everyone kept trying to kick me out. I said, nope, that guy down there, he is my ride. I have his child, so I can't leave without him. And, he's uploading some film or chatting, or I don't even know what he's doing down there.
Yeah, well, there's a little element of waiting. But anyways, we were getting to Shane's thoughts. Shane, what were your thoughts?
Well, it was a great atmosphere. I mean, I thought it was, I really thought it was predictable, right? I mean, I don't think there was anything that was surprising. I didn't. I mean, Iowa Penn State wins the close ones. They won at 33, 41, 74, 197. I mean, they won the close ones. As you guys know in wrestling, you could have a team score that's 15-0 with 5 matches that are 1-point matches. You look at the team score. I mean, wrestling is very unique that way. It's kind of like compared to tennis. I mean, that was a very close duel. Couple of positions. That duel is different. I thought both teams wrestled really well. Both teams fought. I mean, Max Dean at 197, that was big to me. He's down 3-0, goes on bottom. Warner's got 42 seconds of riding time, rides him 10 seconds, escapes. Then we know what happened. Takedown, turns him in the final 20 seconds, that bow and arrow. I mean, that you could hear Warner. I mean, I'm right down by the mat. I mean, you can hear the physicality. You can hear the moans. I mean, that bow and arrow. If there was one move, and I love the tough wrestling, the top stuff, but that move if there was one move to get rid of, that bow and arrow, I'm surprised more guys don't
get injured from a bow and arrow.
What's that?
No one gets injured from a bow and arrow.
I know.
Maybe it
looks
no one
worse than it
actually gets injured. Well, because you can't create enough force with your pectoral muscles to snap their back in half.
Speak for
if that
yourself,
were the case,
man.
then we'd have issues.
You haven't seen me bench.
Name an injury from a bow and arrow besides a kid trying to fake it to get off his back.
Spinal. If you go, the
Spinal.
thing is, some people you can't take it like straight over, and that's like that creates a lot of. You're supposed to take it more to the side, and some guys take it more straight, and that is dangerous. Can't be good for the back because you can't move. There's nowhere you can't even move over to your back. But I would say one thing we didn't talk about yesterday that we should have is the end of the first period potential reversal and backers situation.
No, it was in a second, right? No, was in a second.
I thought it was the end of the first.
No, that was the end of the first with Warner, I believe.
No, you're right. It was the end of the first
Or was
because
it
Warner
second?
wasn't on top
End
of
of
the
a period.
No, it was definitely first. You're right, Christian.
So that position,
I would
I
say no. It was not the Winn-Dixie. He reversed half off a leg pass. And I would say if it lasted like 2 more seconds, it would have been reversal. Because
they didn't give him anything.
Remember,
nothing.
I think of anything. Well, it was like Warner leg pass, and he almost came all the way through, which obviously is no points at that point in time. And then he gets pulled back by that, so the leg is half Nelsoning right around the back of the head and holding the arm in, and he gets pulled back. And then it was like 1 second then in the period. It was like real quick after that. And so, man, a couple more seconds, I'm going 2 and 2 for sure. But
I would have thought loss of control, though.
I hate the loss of control call because I think it's a coward's call to me. It's in reversal scramble situations, either you have a reversal or there is still control, almost by definition.
Mm-hmm. So I saw one. Man, what duel was I watching? I was catching up on Monday, and I saw a guy. Imagine the bottom guy comes up and around, and he's on a leg attack, standing, driving out of bounds. But they never break, you know what I'm saying? But he ends up on the.
But usually they call him. Usually they call him a reversal at that point.
He didn't get a takedown, or he didn't fulfill that criteria. But they went loss of control on the edge.
Interesting, but like rear standing, for example, is not a takedown, but it is a reversal.
Yeah, it wasn't that kind of a situation.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yes. So I saw it. It could have been loss of control. When I watched it live, I thought nothing. And then when I saw the replay some days later, I was like, man, I don't know. He kind of held him a little bit there. It could have been the 2. I mean, listen, you're not supposed to be on your back in wrestling for an extended period of time. Okay,
but I don't feel like he was. I feel like it was 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah, so I feel like it was heading in the direction of reversal and back points. I just think the time ran out. So I feel like he popped off his back, which gave him some extra time.
Yeah, it's close.
Because the last thing the referees want to do, and some of them aren't super great with these scramble calls, is like call the wrong thing, and then all of a sudden the guy turns, and 1 second later they're back on top. So they kind of usually in these scramble situations, I would actually argue in some points they hold their calls a little too long.
Yeah, time's out here. I don't think it was. The weird thing was Jacob Warner he's on a low single, but his head's on the outside. If he just switches his head inside, there's really nothing Max can do. But he drives in, he gets crotch rolled through.
Yeah.
I feel like if he just switches that head inside. This is me giving wrestling advice to Jacob Warner. That's a good point in the show, but it's still true. Low single, head is on the inside.
He's not going to be able to switch it to the inside though at that point.
Oh really?
There'd be too much there would just be too much pressure, and Max attacked the crotch really fast.
Yeah. Got it. See, that's what I need to know. That's why I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah, because
that was a big match.
Especially because it's the top bottom situation. If he goes here and releases pressure to try to switch, it's gonna be so easy for Max Dean to kick out then and get the 1 point. So he's trying to keep that pressure on there, which I think he should have just buckled down and sat there. I said he drove in, which then made the crotch lift a little bit easier.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a window to switch, but we won't spend too much time on the position. So that was a big moment. But they didn't change the call there, and I understand why. Other thoughts about the duel? I mean, where are you this week, Shane, or what are you commentating this week?
Penn State, Ohio State on Friday, and then Penn State, Nebraska on Sunday.
So you're in State College all weekend?
Or are you Chicago?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to State College. I'm gonna call it from the studio. I had the chance to go to State College, but there's some weather, and you get stuck there. You can be there for 2-3 days. Let me ask you guys this question. Going back to this duel real quick. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Like I said, I thought it was relatively predictable from the standpoint of you knew these were going to be close matches. I mean, Ironman and Lee, it's going to be close. Starachi and Kemerer, it's going to be close. I thought DeSanto was more active. I think it's going to be really tough to beat RBY. I'm going to stand by that. To me, the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest takeaway from this match was heavyweight. Because I mean, Kirkley comes in with full head of steam. He takes him down quickly. And I got to be honest, I thought, holy smokes, here we go. My biggest takeaway from that whole duel was how good Tony Cassiope is still. He's still at the moment. He's a notch above Kirkley. Not saying that will ever change, but that to me that surprised me how Cassiope really controlled that match after giving up the first takedown.
You nerds are better at this than I am. What's the seating going to be at Big Tens?
Yeah, so it'll be tough. They'll have a Ranker's Delight with Mason, Tony, and it won't be because Tony and Mason haven't wrestled
this year.
So Tony could.
Is Mason going to be the 4?
Oh man,
he very well could be, right?
Yeah, I bet he will be.
Cassiope only lost to the Princeton kid, right?
Yeah, that won't.
And Gable.
Del Garbino won't get factored in, and Gable's obviously won.
So Davison beat Hilger. Is there anyone else that could? No, there's no one else that could factor in there, right?
Not really.
No one else has beaten Greg.
Not now that Gas Tank Gary's not in the Big Ten. It's a different sort of thing. So, I think there's a good chance Tony gets a 2, Greg gets a 3, and it's a Mason Gable. Kind of has to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair enough. I think it was a big win for Cassiope just because there was the question: is he the same guy as Slim Tone? Can he win these matches? Can he? And he won with his physicality and his strength. Really, his top wrestling and toughness. And so I think it was, the Del Garbino. Listen, call it what it was. I know Tom Brand said don't call it a fluke, but it was an absolute fluke. I mean, it was. Yeah, everyone knows if they wrestle 100 times. That's probably the one. That's the one time Del Garbino gets him.
So Lucas Davison will be the next guy on the rankings after the first 4 in the Big Ten. Then Lance, then Hilger. Orndorff would be all the way down at the 8, which is crazy because he was All-American last year.
Yep. Big Ten stuff.
Man. Okay. And then, even Christian Lance is very good. Mm-hmm. Christian Lance at Nebraska is very good.
Yeah,
good heavyweight.
He's no joke. Okay.
Hey, Shane, you basically want to trapdoor kill Starachi and Kemerer because it was 1-1 going into overtime.
Yeah.
Well, that was the match. I mean, I've said it all week. I mean, that was the match to me. And again, everything matters. But if somebody said to me real quick, it's one match, I'm going 174. That was it. 174 to me was the biggest match. Right or wrong, it was my opinion looking at some of those other close matches. That was the one I thought was the biggest one that was up for grabs. 133, I felt pretty confident in RBY. 141, the way the season's gone, I think we all felt pretty confident in Nick Lee. 174, who else am I missing? Out of those 3 matches, I thought that was the match. And I just, with Kemerer, not that it really matters, but you think back to what he did in 2020 against Mark Hall. With Kemerer, what stood out to me in this one, and I have no idea, guys. I have no clue. I'm just going by what I'm watching and what I think. But Kemerer didn't really ride him at all. In those tiebreakers, Michael Kemerer is very tough, very good. The fact that, and I'd have to go back and watch, maybe I'm not giving Starachi enough credit, but when Starachi got out in 5 seconds, it's like, okay, this one's done.
It was a little more than 5, but yes. Does anyone ride Starachi? No one, right? When's he ever been ridden? He's
DJ Washington turned him, I think, but
he pinned him.
I thought that was off a. No, he didn't pin him. He threw him for 6, correct?
Yeah,
maybe you're right. I thought there was a tilt involved, but I could be wrong.
Well, wasn't he up by 8-0, so maybe there was a tilt.
Regardless, it's not a lot of track
Rare.
record that he gets ridden. He's pretty reliable underneath, as is Kemerer. Kemerer in the tiebreakers, it was interesting because he basically was looking for the reversal the whole time, which was smart and what he needed. He wasn't working to get away, and then ended up not being able to. But yeah, that stall, he's gonna have to. I don't know if I said this yesterday or not, so apologies if I'm being redundant. But with Kemerer not firing off leg attacks, his single leg. The reason is obvious, right? This is the shoulder.
Yes.
But do we see him come NCAAs, come the big matches? Is he saving his leg attacks for those situations? Is that something you can do?
I mean, I won't tell you why I know more about this, but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, with the labrum issue, labrums don't heal, and so if especially the worst place for labrums is underneath on those leg attacks. And so if he can't hold a leg, he can't hold a leg. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's not like a lot of times that's not going to change. He could maybe go for it because it's not like 100% of times that you shoot for a leg that it's going to really stress the shoulder, because if you get a clean enough attack, you can stay nice and tight with your arm. But there's obviously the chance. So I think maybe it'll pick up a little bit, but I would be shocked if it picked up a lot.
Got it. Yeah. I don't know that we know it's a labrum or what it is, but that's the assumption, right?
That's got to be. Yeah, I would. There's a good chance of that, I'm guessing.
What are the other shoulder injuries you can
match.
have? Oh, it was a great match. It was really.
I don't know about any other ones.
It was a good example, Shane, of a 0-0 scoreless first period, though. Good match, though. So you can't.
You don't get many of those though that are exciting. I mean, that was you're talking about the top two guys in the country.
They're dead.
I instituted the trapdoor. He just wanted to end the match.
Yeah,
it's my.
So you want to kill him?
No, but I'm just saying for a dramatic effect. If there's a chance of a trapdoor, people are gonna be tuning in.
I think you want to send them to hell.
See you in hell. Yeah.
All right, hey, I got the answer for you guys. I went and watched it. Donnell throws Carter to his back early in the match, and then gets a re-attack takedown in the end of the first period. He does not really ride him for any significant portion of time. Does not turn him.
Got it. No turns.
Carter Starace is, man, he's
minimal
tough.
riding.
I mean, that guy is so. I've been so impressed with him. I can't think of many guys that fight out of harder positions. And now he's just gotten a lot better. You don't see him in too many tough positions anymore. But last year, I mean, the match with Logan Massa stands out. He fought out of so many tough positions where most guys would have just quit, and he doesn't. He's special. Carter Starace's special.
Yeah, he definitely is.
There's the Mr. Obvious comment to the show.
It's okay. Sometimes obvious things need said. All right. Where should we go next? JD has been trying to get a bit off the ground. Oh, we've got a hand raise from Ben. Or are you just stretching?
No, I'm stretching. Wall Street Wednesdays, but I got a question. I have a question on Wall Street Wednesdays. Can I ask?
Yeah.
What is the time frame on these buys? Because like some of these idiots buy Bitcoin, they're like, I've held it for a week. Why isn't it gone up already?
That's part of the discussion, I guess.
Hold it for a couple of years. So are we doing it for? I think it's pretty simple. Are we doing it for the season? Or are we doing it like for their career? Because I'll have different opinions.
No, I'm definitely. Let's just limit it to the season. I mean, Oklahoma State is going to be a different team every single year.
Sure, that's fair. So then, obviously, then the second question is, how do I know what the damn price is right now? Because you don't have prices written on this sheet, and if I'm going to buy something, I got to know what the price is.
Listen, Ben.
Christian, don't get frustrated with me. If I'm going to buy a stock, I need to know what the price is.
Okay. No. Let's just say, it's in perception. Do you expect the stock to go up or down?
Well,
okay.
The problem is people's perceptions are different. So I mean, we could tell you, because we could also have different. So I'll give you a great guy right here, Dean Hamidi, number 12. Especially if it's a long-term hold, I'm going to buy because the chances he's really, really, really good, or they're up there. But also, some people might be saying they might be pricing the stock. Some people might already be front running the stock.
Some people think he's beating Marinelli this weekend.
Exactly, it might be higher But so it depends on where the stock is. Because if it's a little bit down here, I'm gonna buy it.
Ben,
but
you're
if it's already
massively.
up here, I'm gonna say, hold on a second. I want to see the match on Friday, and then I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna buy it or not.
That's gonna be way too late, Ben. You're massively overcomplicating things.
Well, no, but maybe because Christian maybe he takes an ass whooping on Friday night. His stock goes down. And
That's why we got to do it
time
now.
to buy. I'm buying right now. Buy.
I'm smash buying DJ Hamidi stock right now.
What's the price though? What's the price?
I'm not buying.
You're not buying.
Not right now. If we're going season, if we're going career, I'm betting the farm on it.
The price is high right now. That's what we need to
so high right now.
prices.
So many people think he's beating Marinelli.
No, not so many people. You're massively
people
overrating.
Are saying that.
Most people are not picking it. Most people. Listen, we are too much in our own wrestling world. Most people that watch wrestling have no idea who Dean Hamidi is. We are in a small.
I don't think you're right.
I promise you, it's true. Listen, I just
I never heard of him until a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. Put it on Twitter, Jay. Put the poll. JD, put the poll on Twitter right now. How many people know Dean Hamidi? Yes. Do you know him or do you not know him? Put it on Twitter.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because you're gonna be wrong.
No, I don't think I'll be wrong. I mean, Shane follows wrestling very closely, and he didn't know he was until very recently.
I did not know of him until I think it was the Matman Open. And here's the deal with Hamidi right now: 17-0, 15 bonus point victories, 6 pins. But I go back to this. He hasn't beaten any. He hasn't beaten the highly ranked guys. He's going into Carver Hawkeye on Saturday night. That is going to be a different. I mean, this match is different. I mean, no question. I mean, he's done everything he's supposed to do, but this will give us a good gauge as to where he's at.
That's what I'm saying. Where's his stock at? Am I buying $69,000 Bitcoin or am I buying $39,000 Bitcoin? Because listen, that could be the difference of a couple weeks.
Ben,
I want to know.
This is the whole point of foresight. You have to be like, okay, are people?
Yes, but you're not telling us a price.
No, Ben. Dude, you are ruining an entire segment by your.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you
making
are.
It better.
You're literally ruining it. No, you're not.
Just go strictly off ranking.
Is his ranking gonna be higher or lower? Because take where
There's
he is
a number
now,
value,
and take where he's gonna be at the end of the year. It's so simple.
If we're going strictly off number values, I am buying.
Is he really ranked number 12?
He's really ranked number 12. His best win is Phil Canigliaro.
I'm going higher. I'm buying. If he's ranked 12th, I'm buying.
Okay, wow, here we go.
But because everybody would buy, like, it clearly shows it's above 12. Yeah. Like, the imaginary price would be above 12.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, no, but here's the difference. I'll show you this because Christian, you might be the stock picker. You ain't buying a lot of things, Christian, because you got Brady Berge at number 10. Now listen, Brady Berge, there's a good chance he's gonna finish number 10, right? But his ceiling is not much higher than that. Mm-hmm. Now I don't think he's gonna finish much lower than that. So this is a nice, safe stock to buy, right? DJ Hamidi, there's a chance he's way higher than that. There's a chance he goes lower than that. There's a chance, right?
I would say there's almost.
Don't tell me there's no chance. Don't tell me no. You're wrong on this. Don't tell me there's no chance.
Listen, only one of us here is a known, documented Wisconsin hater. DJ Hamidi is not finishing. If he is round of 16, that is the worst I could even fathom.
That would be okay. But so you're telling me there's never ever in the history been a freshman who was on fire and then all of a sudden, went a little downhill.
We certainly know that's happened, but
okay.
What I like about him,
that's happened. So I said he could go way up. I said that already.
Okay, so yeah, you can buy him now.
I already bought.
I bought too.
There's more upside than down. That's the whole game. There's no guarantees, Ben. This is Bitcoin Ben. I mean, how is this?
Listen, I'm sorry. I thought the point of this show was to have freaking discussions on topics. I'm sorry I'm having too intricate of a discussion on a topic.
You're so intricate. But you're over-intricatizing it, which is not even a word.
No, I'm Christian. I'm autistic, and I need specifics.
Oh, here we go.
When you tell me, listen, when you put a list and you say buy or sell, and you don't tell me a damn price, I got issues. I got issues with that.
The ranking
I
makes
don't
sense.
know. I don't know. Do you want to buy Bitcoin? What price is it? Is it 69,000? Can I buy $1,000 Bitcoin? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5, Oklahoma State.
I got some good sleep this week. I had some very vivid dreams this morning. I'm on fire the last couple of mornings, Christian. Went to bed early. You can't handle my energy level.
I woke up Natalie this morning. She definitely slept. She's like, oh no, I didn't sleep all night. I was like, what? Yes, you did. She's like, no, I was awake all night. It's terrible. It's really funny. So she's having an opposite sleep situation than you. All right, this is a tough one. Number 5, Oklahoma State. Okay, your stock, you will make money on the stock that's a fake price if they finish higher than 5. You will make the same amount if they finish 5th, or you will lose money if they finish 6th or below. Funky Ben Askren.
Here's why I'm going to sell this stock. I think their chances of going up is only probably 1 or 2 places. After what happened last weekend, their chances of going down is way more. There is an unknown in buying the stock. I don't know if AJ Ferrari's going to be back or not.
Exactly.
I'm not sure where that is.
Still, like in the rankings, he is still in part of these.
And if he is, they can still only go. They're not beating Penn State or Iowa, so their ceiling is number 3. Mm-hmm. Their floor, given what happened last weekend, is significantly lower. I'm selling this stock.
I think at 5 you got to sell because the Ferrari factor is that's. I mean, just that alone. This guy, first of all, he hasn't posted on Instagram yet, which is the biggest indication of concern for me. That's still like a week and change later. This guy's not been on the gram, even like I'm getting there, doing better.
I actually thought he'd be doing one of the selfies and his hospital gown would be on, say like,
he's got a sleeveless
gown.
Go. He's got a sleeveless gown.
Off.
Now he's out of the hospital though. I think that was said. So he's, but yeah, I think you got to sell based just on AJ, and then if he comes back, maybe you revisit it. But even still, if he comes back, there's no guarantee he wins, right? Like,
we don't know
a guy the guy that went through what he went through. Man,
I'm dumping.
Hey, are you guys reading the YouTube chat?
Yeah,
Shane, they're going in on you talk about Marinelli's wife every show, and one person is claiming that you're obsessed with her.
She does get a lot of TV time.
They talk about Mariah Marinelli.
Time out.
Every show, Shane Sparks.
Guys, I'm going to give you a little insight.
We'll cut the live feed, Shane. We're not on air anymore. We'll cut the live feed.
Here's how this works. We have a producer at the Big Ten Network that lets me know where the camera's going. So what they'll say is they'll go in my ear and they'll say, we're going to go to Alex's wife at the end of the first period. And then or we're going to Tom Brands. We're going to Kale. So, no, I think she's great, by the way. Mariah is awesome. I really like her, but no, it's not. That's what it is. I mean, Todd and Hope.
Shane, you're not the director of the broadcast yet?
No.
You can't direct.
What about? Hey, listen.
Shane controls the camera while he commentates.
What's our guy's name that's in front of the camera like 24/7? What's his name again?
Oh,
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You said his name. You said his name Friday night. Damn, I gotta go to the Iowa roster.
Oh, Charles Matthews.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Charles Matthews.
You love him too,
He's
Shane?
the best.
They love Charles Matthews.
Love him.
Yeah, Charles Matthews. I think he's an Arizona guy. I think.
California.
I'm looking him up right now.
California. Yeah. Yeah, he's great. I mean, he's awesome.
All right, it's Charles Matthews. That's right. Okay. Deep pull.
Charles Matthews will not get off the camera. It's hilarious.
He loves it. He gets closer to the camera every
it's a mutual
shot.
Love.
Yeah, it's mutual. Okay, number 10, Brady Berge. I wouldn't have. Hey,
what's wrong with my nose? I got the boogers. People say something wrong with my nose.
No, you just sound
some bats in the cave.
You're just a little. Oh my gosh, you guys are gross.
Maybe, I got boogers there. Can you see up my nose?
Looks good to me.
Looks good. You just maybe sound a little nasally.
But listen, look at my nostril. Hold on, zoom in again. Look at my wife makes fun of me because
you got one big nostril, one little nostril.
It's super small.
Man, that is crazy.
I can't pick my nose because my nostril's so small.
Well,
sucks.
One is smaller than the other. You're deformed.
Yeah, one of them's so small. It sucks. I can't pick my nose.
It's always been that way?
Man.
Or you get punched in the nose or something.
I can remember.
Yeah.
No, as far as I can remember.
You were a professional fighter for some time. That could be involved. All right. So, Ben, you and Anthony Robles both overcame some physical issues. You have a smaller nostril. You had one leg. Who's to say who overcame
Still got
more
a great
adversity?
gas tank with the small nostril.
Yes, you do. Okay. Brady Berge, I wouldn't own Brady Berge stock because I thought he was a wrestling coach. No, I just don't have any. I wouldn't have any to begin with to sell. 10 is about right. That doesn't get me excited. I'm not going to make any money off Brady Berge. He's not going to get much higher.
And his ceiling's not that high. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yep, I agree. I'm not. So when the buy or sell though, when you do buy or sell, if to sell it, you would have to assume that you already own it. And again, I also wouldn't own Brady Berge stock because he was a coach. So if I did have it, I'd probably.
If you would have bought while he was a coach, you'd be making a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then we would have been outed for insider trading, and we could be facing time.
Not necessarily.
That's a federal crime.
A lot of people inside trade.
Yeah, just people in Congress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only Congress get an insider trade.
Yeah.
Have you seen Nancy Pelosi's record? This woman is the greatest trader on the history of planet Earth.
She's good.
Is it my wife? Hey, my wife can find no one guilty. So I'm like, Amy, there was that Twitter handful. Look at how good Nancy Pelosi's record is on trading. She's like, well, she probably just gets lucky or something. I'm like, Amy, come on. You know she's guilty. She can't do this. You know she's guilty. She's like, I don't want to think she's guilty. I think that we should just, give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, Amy. But she beat Warren Buffett and every other hedge fund in America.
She's good. You just gotta respect the talent. Hashtag winners win. Okay, here's a good one. Number 5, Alex Marinelli.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, so
that is good.
We got a buy from JD Raider. JD Raider is buying Alex Marinelli.
Oh, we should add some units.
Actually, I take it back.
We need
he already sold.
Well, here's where some of this stuff comes into, guys. Is like, how much money do we have, right? Like, it's easy to say, like, I'm buying or I'm selling. Like, not to overcomplicate this, but like DJ Hamidi to me so far is like a great buy because there's just so much more upside with him. I mean, Marinelli at a number 5.
He's all the way down at 12.
Okay, 12. I mean, DJ Hamidi at 12. I'm putting a lot of money there. A lot, because there's so much upside there. Where Marinelli, I'm still buying.
What if DJ Hamidi's at 6?
I might not buy a ton because how much better can he really do, right? I mean, there's not like a ton of growth there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, what's your risk preference? Because, sometimes you just want to make a nice 8% per year and you'll be happy. Sometimes you buy Bitcoin and you want to make like 10x. You want 10x it a little bit.
Well, that's why it's each person gets their own individual preference, and you may want to play it safe and just buy some Berge stock and just hope he gets 8th, and then that would be neat.
I'm gonna look at some people not on your list that I might want to buy. I'm gonna go look at flow.
You go off the book.
I'm gonna go off.
Can Wall Street Wednesdays be brought to you by Nancy Pelosi? Could that would be? We get on board.
You know what? Gotta buy.
She doesn't get a lot of good pub. We could say, hey, here's a potential avenue, Congress lady, Speaker.
I got my buy that you guys don't have on the list. Lance Runyon, an honorable mention. I'm buying some of that right there. That stock's gonna move. Well, this is why,
I think you can't just go off ranking.
Don't be salty that I got some honorable mention Lance Runyon stock.
Yeah,
I can get into it.
Yeah, maybe he's got it already. Maybe that's why he didn't put it on
there. All.
I think you're late, and a bunch of people after his big win over Dustin Plott already dumped a bunch of money in.
Exactly. It's like the worst timing. This is like
that's why you wouldn't buy now, because if he just had a huge upset, he's probably going to drop back down.
Exactly. So you want him to lose?
But you guys have him an honorable mention. I bought him an honorable mention. He's honorable mention.
Well, this is why you can't just go off ranking.
Well, all right.
Well,
it has to be some thought involved.
That's what we're doing.
I know.
You guys.
Oh, I'm buying Kyson Terraquina at 18. He bumped him up a little bit, but I think that's a little low still. Teske at 21 is kind of honestly a solid buy.
I'm buying Teske.
I'm buying Teske stock.
Guys, where's the 197-pounder Bastida, I believe it is, Iowa State? Where's he at?
Yeah,
what's he at? That
He's
might
at
be
14.
What's he ranked?
14?
Oh, 14. That's a good buy.
Put me some money on him.
Nice.
Bastida bucks.
I'll put a good chunk of money on him.
Shane's dropping into the Bastida bucks. He is good, man. He
makes me nervous come postseason when people are wrestling tight and not giving up escapes easy. It makes me nervous.
He was partying hard on the poor
14 in that
State
weight
backup.
class. That's a good buy. We'll see.
But again, yeah, we'll look at the upside. He beat Warner's 3, and he's beat Warner, so his upside is kind of high. I could see him not doing well also, but I think he was so close to beating
Get a guy like Tanner Sloan who gets on top of him one time.
Yeah.
Tanner Sloan's kind of a good buy at 21 too, honestly.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
197. There are a lot of good buys.
Can we really do this? Can we come? Give us we should really do this so we can see who the best is. I want to get you guys in this game.
You're not gonna do good, but
it's only just picking sleepers. That's all you're doing.
Listen. Yeah, listen, because I know you guys, Christian safe. He's conservative. He's gonna buy his little 10%ers. I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna buy someone I'll mention, and I'm gonna do a 10x, and I'm gonna smoke him. Now there's a chance I go to 0.
Hopefully, it goes better than your weekly picks, Ben.
Oh, you get lucky for 2 weeks in a row on a half a point and think you know what you're doing.
Okay, Dean Hamidi. I'm buying a lot.
We bought him. I think
he could lose this week, and that would be okay. I think we're still you're gonna leave that match being like, okay, he's for real.
I think he is for real, but I think a lot of people have
a lot of guys. You're in this tight. You work at FloWrestling. You're in this tight little bubble. The mass number people don't know who this kid is. The vast majority of people.
Can I ask you a question? Can Flo do this? Flo, can you do this? Before NCAs, here's what you do. You give anyone who wants to enter the contest, you give them like $100 or $1,000, like fake dollars, of course,
fake
whatever.
Dollars.
And then you literally
price these days.
That's really just a fantasy auction draft.
Yeah, you price every NCAA wrestler. You price them down from, it's like maybe if it's 1,000, it's 100 per, 100 started 100 per weight class being the best guys you could get, or maybe 200 per guy, something like that. And then, it's NCAA points. Most NCAA points scored. That would be a freaking fun game.
Because it's one of those deals where Gable Steveson's not necessarily a good buy, right? Because he's going to be.
Gable might be priced at like 300 or 400, but you get your 20-some points.
You're getting 20-some points. It's almost
a guarantee.
Yep.
Yeah, but you got to price him so high. Like if you do this game right, you price him so high where it causes you to not. It's like Vegas lines. They're priced. They're set perfectly where it's like you're uncomfortable no matter what you do.
Okay,
JD, this is the only thing you can work on for the next 8 weeks.
Yep, that's your job.
I've cleared you of all your other jobs as well.
I just have to learn, software technology, but I'll get right on that.
You report to Ben now.
I'm gonna throw this in there, JD. DJ Hamidi is not a household name right now.
Far from it. You're just it's
anybody outside of the top 5 isn't a household name.
I mean, he is. I guarantee
he's going to be a household name, but at the moment he's not.
A lot of wrestling people are like some people saying he's a title contender. I don't think he's a title contender yet.
He might be.
He might be.
There are people saying that.
There's a lot of
it's such a small. No, never mind. I'm not going to get into this again. Stevan Micic, number 14. I don't think I'm going to buy him.
14 already.
I'm buying.
I think you can finish higher than that. I'm going to buy.
I'm buying.
Yeah, 14.
I think,
shoot.
At 14 is 14. Yeah, I'm buying.
Yeah, we're buying.
Too much pride. He'll figure it
out. I'm not buying a lot.
I'm buying a little. Buying a couple sickles. Okay, we'll call them sickle shekels. That's what we're sitting on him. Ed Scott, number 5. I don't know. That seems high.
Yeah, we should have bought Ed early. You bought him too high. You bought him too. Yeah, you should have bought him
This is when Ben likes to buy people after they get their big win.
What? A value buyer.
Yeah. So he's currently ahead of Quincy. Man,
I ain't buying him at 5.
No, I'm not.
You
buying.
gotta sell.
Yeah. Number 6, Patrick McKee. I don't know.
Hell no.
That's tough. You just don't know. I don't want to be on that roller coaster. Patrick, I love you. I just don't want to be on that roller coaster with you.
That's a roller coaster. You're going to have to hodl strong.
Yeah. Trevor Master Giovanni down at 13.
That's an interesting one.
He literally beat number 6. He looked good against Teskey. The Tarakina match. Yeah, Tarakina's good. I'm buying Trevor at 13.
I bought some Tarakina.
You bought some Tarakina and Trevor.
Something at 19. Oh, I'm buying Peyton Hall at 17. Who did he lose? He must have lost to Luke Weber.
He lost to Luke Weber. He lost to Weber Dresser.
I'm buying him at 17. I like him.
Me too. Number 5, Austin Gomez. Could he go much higher than 5?
He's
sort of
probably
good.
right where he needs
The Heil.
I mean,
I'm selling though.
You're selling?
Yeah.
I'm not selling. There's no way I'm selling.
You can't hold.
What?
You either got to buy or sell. You
He's
can't
a
hold.
finalist contender.
All right, you're buying.
But there's guys below him, like you could see him losing the Yaya match or the Max Muir match or the Jaden match. Like that's a possibility.
See, me? I bought early on Austin already, so I'm already up. So I'm just hanging on to what I got. I brought Bitcoin at $12, so I'm very happy.
That would be amazing. Yeah. I love those old Bitcoin. I love those old tweets when it's like, I bought Bitcoin at $30 and now it's down to 18. This is going to 0. I'm selling, and they sold their Bitcoin at $18. They're so funny.
Don't rule it out, Ben.
Hey guys, is Austin Gomez the? I don't know if I'd say the biggest surprise, but we all know he's very good. But to come up to 149, he hasn't wrestled in 2 years. I would say he might be the story of the year.
100%.
Up to this point.
Well, maybe a little extreme, but
he's a big surprise. I mean, if there's no comeback wrestler of the year award, but maybe we could invent one. He's wrestled 2 matches. What are you talking about, Bergie? Austin Gomez has been on the street and beaten multiple top 10 guys.
Yeah, he's had a great
I could see comeback wrestler of the year.
Bergie's made more money.
He
was on a salary. This is salary wrestler.
Who else would be in the mix on that?
For comeback
wrestler of the year, Austin Gomez might win that.
He is. I think it's a landslide right now.
Kirk Fleet placed last year.
Yeah, Kirk Fleet placed last year.
He just beat Mason Parso, who he got majored by last year.
Nah, he can't beat. It's not most improved. This is
beat
comeback.
RBY at one point in his
It's
career.
not a comeback. It's not a comeback if you
Austin
play.
Gomez hasn't wrestled in 2 years. He's up 2 weight
you weren't here last year.
Comeback. He's not a comeback. He placed last year. He was in the tournament.
Yes, he placed
last
comeback,
year. JD.
There's most improved. That's a category. Comeback means you had some type of hardship and now you are back. So
yeah,
Austin Gomez is very high on the list. I don't know. I have to look at who else.
The Purdue heavyweight.
Bergie'd obviously be one.
The Purdue heavyweight went and did time as a Navy SEAL.
Yeah,
took 4 or 5 years, 6 off.
Wolf.
But he's not very good though. I don't think.
Wow, how dare you, sir?
Do you hate the troops?
Well, I mean, he's probably a great Navy SEAL. He's probably outstanding. Great American.
You know what? You're close enough, Ben.
You.
Why don't you just go to Canada and just hang out
there? Guys, I got another comeback guy. Along with
who else?
That is in the conversation is Michael Wolf, the heavyweight at Purdue.
That's what he was just saying.
He just said.
I was getting a text from Scott Cleaver. I'm sorry. Cleaver's killing me.
He's not even in the rankings. He's not. Austin Gomez is number 5.
Yeah.
No,
he can win
Austin
the Great American
Award. I'm just trying to give you some nominees.
Cleaver Fever. Okay. Ridge is number 6. Now, this is a man who the case for buying Ridge is he all but beat Yanni, and that's something we haven't seen this year. Even Sasso was not close. So you say, hey, he's got a gambler shot. I think that was his one shot to knock off Yanni, personally.
So can I pose a problem that we have with this list, Christian?
Sure.
Why are you so mad? I'll go away. I can go upstairs and play with Ozzy if you want. If you're so pissed.
Bring Ozzy down here. I want to know what Ozzy's
Ozzy! We'll see if he comes down here. Okay. Oh, I'll buy some Ben Darmstadt stock because that's almost at 0 right now.
Yeah.
But the problem with this is in a lot of these, beating the top 2 or 3 guys, you got the chances of that is so low at a lot of these weight classes.
Right.
And these guys who have them in 5, 6, 7, their chances going up is 1 or 2 places. It's just not exciting. And if we're buying stocks, right, obviously you could buy your blue chip, your Gable, and you're going to get that guy's going to be the bluest of blue chip stocks forever. But then,
Gable's got nowhere to go but down.
You're going to get a lot
true.
of.
It's like buying.
Ozzy, I'll take coffee too. My wonderful wife's coming out here. She thought I wanted coffee. Where's the meatloaf?
I hope you don't often shout demands.
No, she's got a wonderful Rudis sweatshirt on. She can say hi with her Rudis sweatshirt. Want to say hi?
I was going
right there.
Shout out Nancy Pelosi. All right.
I told them you wanted to give Nancy Pelosi the benefit of the doubt on her stock trades. Even Nancy Pelosi. We're on Wall Street Wednesdays. We're buying or selling stock. Oh, here we go. Here's Ozzy. He's coming now.
Oh my gosh!
Ozzy, come on here. They want to say hi to you. See what he's. He's coming in. He's coming in. Let's go. What do you want to tell him, Ozzy?
Tell him to do something aggressive. Oh,
There he is.
hey!
They want to see how strong you are. Is what they asked.
Oh, what a beast! What a
Smash!
beast!
Oh! He loves smashing things, right?
He's gonna break the mic. He's got his
Smash.
yeah.
There we go. Smash.
Ozzy's great.
no.
Yeah, I told you. I
There
told
we
you he was
go.
gonna break the mic.
All right, I got
Strong right
tied up.
hand.
Yeah. All right, now
He
he's
doesn't
got
like being tied up like this.
probably not.
Got him. Double wrist control.
Too tight.
Oh, it's too tight. Sorry, bud. You don't like that one very much.
Look at his face. Oh my gosh. Smile, buddy. Smile. Oh man, he can't wait till he can. He can't wait
You
till
gotta
he
be good
grows
on that
up and
one.
can beat you up, Ben. Oh man, I'm buying Ozzy Askren stock. That's a fact. This kid's
All right,
aggressive.
we gotta get him out of here.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
What a beast.
That was.
All right,
He's
so I
actually
just bought some.
like I kind of let him. I kind of let him hit me, Christian. But now he's getting like, well, sneak up me, and I'll be like, ah, damn it, that kind of hurt a little bit. Like punch you right in the eyeball.
He
or something.
hasbulas you?
Didn't you see him? He just did it 4 times.
Yeah.
So I think I gotta cut that out pretty soon because it's like, or I'll punch you right in the lip. I'm like, ah, damn it all.
Well, when they're
You guys want me to give you a real quick story?
Yeah.
Real quick. It's one of my. If this is true, it's one of the coolest things ever. Okay. Lions are my favorite animal by far. Okay. And I read something once that lions, when their little babies are like biting them and stuff.
You got a favorite animal?
Listen to this, Ben. This
You
is a
got
great
a
story.
favorite animal? What?
So when the little baby lion's like, nipping stuff at the dad roars to make the baby lion feel like he's that bad of a dude, like that he's that tough. I love that story. I love that story.
That is pretty cool.
I like the story where male lions kill other little cubs so that then the moms have to have babies with them. That's my favorite lion.
You're
story.
a sick
You're
individual.
a sick freak. You're a real twisted freak of nature.
That's good. You guys might want to do some more research into JD's
That's
background.
dark. Yeah, that's
That
dark.
was dark.
We're gonna get him to some counseling. Let him talk to HR. We're gonna, yeah.
Seriously. That was bad.
That's the real world. Welcome to it.
All
It just
right.
made me think of that, Ben, when Ozzy was punching you. Like if he'd be like, "Oh God," like make him think like he's just, you know what I mean? That's what triggered that.
No, we play that game for sure. Yep, we play that game. Then when he goes to the academy, there's a few really awesome, like we'll say somewhere between 10 and 14-year-olds who they play fight with him. It's really funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I didn't
Tom.
know. Shane, I didn't know once you got over the age of like 12, you're allowed to have a favorite animal because I need one.
I got 2 of them, lions and sharks. So
I'm a
we
shark
did
guy.
something on, and I didn't make this take the other day, and I was mad at myself when we got off the Big Ten show. They brought up Gable Steveson, and because they're like, Gable got a little chippy with Paris. What do you make of it? And I knew what I wanted to say, and then the show got over. I'm like, I forgot to say it. It was very simple.
What do you want to say?
Gable Stevenson's just reminding everybody he's still the lion in the jungle. It's that simple. Anytime anybody starts to think that maybe they can challenge him, he reminds everybody, I'm the lion.
He literally
That's
has
the
a line
analogy I can
tattooed
give
on
you.
him.
Yeah. He
And
definitely
then he
is.
kills their children.
And he-
Right, JD?
to
He
get
does
his
whatever he
Mike
wants.
Tyson, he wants to eat your children. He wants to eat your soul.
spinal. That's the second Mike Tyson reference in the show. That's
Oh,
good.
guys, we might get kicked off air for this show.
I'm
This is
buying Mike
going-
Tyson stock. Nancy Pelosi just bought Mike Tyson stock, guys. So
Like whatever Nancy Pelosi's buying, count me in.
yeah, let's get in
And
on it.
the best Mike Tyson line of all time is everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Like that is so true. Like
Yes.
it's everybody's got a plan, and then Mike Tyson punches you, and the plan's out the window. Man, he was a bad dude. You guys are way younger than I am. I can remember early mid '80s when he was in his prime. There was nothing
I want to eat
like
your
it.
children.
There was nothing like it.
That was not a good Mike Tyson.
I can't say the last part of that quote though. We
Yeah.
literally would get.
Where's
kicked
our
off the air.
tacos at?
They're probably here, but we're gonna keep going. We have Wall Street Wednesday to finish. Because I at least want to talk about this one. Number 11, Yaya Thomas.
Israel's in the chat.
Shout out. He is a faithful listener and a nice guy.
At number 11, I'm buying.
You got
Yeah.
to.
At number 4, I wasn't. At number 4, I was not.
Right. Number 11. You know there's some variation with the performance, but you know he can take down probably everyone at this weight. including probably Yanni. What's up, Giggles? You thinking about your favorite?
No, I don't even know if I can say it. Keith Gothard's in the chat.
Yeah, that was a great comment.
He needs to go to work. He needs to go to work or something because he's nonsense.
All right. I don't know what he said, but don't say it. If you think it's potentially bad, then
it's more of a JD comment.
Oh, I like it. He's a Cougar guy. 28 through 45 is good for me. That's not bad, Keith. The Scan Man thinks it's funny that you laughed at Shane Sparks having a favorite animal.
I mean,
Lions
Andy's
and
favorite
Sharks.
animal is a unicorn. I don't even know if Alex has a favorite animal still. I don't think she does.
Yeah, Caleb's favorite animal is he would probably say Rubik's Cube right now. It's getting to a really weird place.
To make the story even crazier, I'm 46, and I never had a favorite animal until I was about 43, the lion. I never had it as a little kid.
Oh, my gosh. Number 12, Caleb Young. I'm not.
Hey,
that
real
feels
quick,
about
guys.
right.
Today's the day.
Returns.
It's Caleb Young's from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and the Groundhog saw a
what
shadow.
happened?
Punxsutawney Phil saw a shadow this morning.
Is that
6 more
good
weeks
or
of
bad,
winter.
Shane?
6 more weeks of winter. Hey, listen to
Really?
this. You
How
Wisconsin
often is he
guys,
right?
you Wisconsin guys are going to get a kick out of this. And JD as a former Iowan, now Texan. So it's tonight here in Texas. It's calling for like a freezing rain type of situation. It's going to get cold
Oh, you
here.
wimps.
Listen to this. No, you don't even know how wimpy they are. Hutto, which is a suburb, already canceled school for tomorrow. Nothing has even happened.
For
It's supposed
God's sake.
already canceled.
It was canceled.
It's only
yesterday.
9 a.m.
It was canceled last night. David Bray, he's a proud hippo. They're the Hippos. Shout out to the Hutto Hippos. They're already
Need to
canceled.
remind you what happened last year.
Yeah. Now last year was a true snowpocalypse here in Austin.
Oh,
Yeah,
guys,
well,
I got
Shane, you
bad
just missed
news
it.
For you.
I just missed it. I left the day before.
They left the day before because all the track wrestling people were here.
Yep.
Literally the day before last year. That was all time.
And it was like 65, 70 degrees.
It was great.
Crazy.
Guys, I got bad news. Punxsutawney Phil is only correct 39% of the time.
He's not even as accurate
Not
as a
good.
coin.
He's not
Punxsutawney
even
Phil,
as accurate
this
as a
freaking
coin.
doted upon thing is not as good as a penny. All right.
Caleb Young at
you know
12,
what?
I'm buying.
Yeah.
You know what I think? We need a flow film about Shane. Maybe it's Shane and Sion. But you know what Shane's reminding me of now with the favorite animal? Kind of Step Brothers, where they're like, "Did we just become best friends?"
Yup. I can see it.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, you like Step Brothers?
Oh my gosh.
It's a great movie. It is
From
a
a
good
comedy
movie.
standpoint, it's top 3 for me. On the right day, it's number 1. That movie is so funny.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
And that Step Brothers is one of those movies I can watch it. I can watch it once a week and I'll laugh the same as hard as I did every other time I watched. That movie is so funny.
I'm not calling him dad. that's one of my favorite lines in all of it.
Even if there's a fire.
Not even if there's a fire.
I'm not calling him dad.
Who thought of that line? What if he says he's not going to call him dad, even if there's a fire? That's good writing. All right. Let's go to a couple questions before we go. This has been.
But you know who loves? Hold on, Christian. You know who loves that movie more than anybody?
No.
Jaden Ironman. He got a Prestige
Yes, he
Worldwide
does.
tattoo.
He does. He's got the tattoo.
That's too much for me. An indelible mark of Prestige Worldwide. I don't know. You got to really
That's
be
a
into
great
it.
tattoo.
Yeah. All right, question here. I'm trying to think of the tattoo I would have had if I would have gotten a tattoo at a young age that I would definitely regret. Probably been like 18 years old. I probably would have got like a Dave Matthews Band tattoo. There would be a lot of regrets.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
That would be so bad. Can you imagine? I don't even listen to them anymore.
I said
Wow.
no hits.
No, I said no hits. Penn State minus 14.5 over the field at NCAAs. Who you guys taking? This is from Brendan 92503223.
Oh, hold on.
I'm taking Penn State.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough. 14.5 is a lot of points, guys.
Not really.
Not really. Not really. That's the first place is 16 points.
Yep.
Wow, Christian.
Yeah, that one's placed really well. I mean, it's
a good line from Brendan.
That's a good odd right there. Good odd.
They're ahead of that
that's a
right
good
now, and are mathematically based off rankings.
It's like 25 right now.
What are they?
Without bonus.
25 in yours?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Without bonus. And you guys have Cassiope at 2, Warner at 3. So Iowa doesn't have a ton of upside either, and
Plus
that's the score.
Drake in there.
Yeah, we have Drake.
Well, Drake's
Drake
low,
at
though,
8.
for you, right?
But
8, okay.
8, that's All-American points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those 2 and 3s are high. Let's see. Is there any Iowa guy you don't have? Okay, so you have DeSanto 2, or I'm sorry, DeSanto's 3. Marinelli. We just got Marinelli at 6, 5?
5.
Kemerer at 2. Yeah. I mean, Penn State would have to significantly underperform given the spread.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll take Penn State against the spread.
Shane has to go with the Lions.
Yeah.
Lions.
Wow.
It's all making sense.
It all comes around. Okay. For FRL only, says Iowa Penn State is one of the best events on the wrestling calendar to attend in person in the last several years. True. What are your top 5 domestic, exclude World and Olympics, events each year to see in person? 1 NCAAs, then what takes 2 through 5? Okay, we can kind of go. We don't have to all do our list. Just put some ones in there.
Well, NCAAs is 1, right?
Yeah,
for everybody.
He said that.
Big Ten championships are fantastic.
I've actually never been. I've never been to the Big
Never
Ten.
been to Big Tens.
It is
Really?
awesome. Oh my god,
man, they're fantastic.
It's a quick tournament, but it's so it's like right away. You jump into it. There's
Right away.
First round. There's stuff happens. Second quarters. I mean, it is good the whole time. There's so many great matches. I've only went to Minnesota.
You were at Rutgers, right?
I was at Rutgers
2020?
and Michigan State.
Where's it at? Where's it at this year?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, Lincoln.
You familiar?
No. Where's that?
I have no idea. So Big Tens is really good. Man, someone asked me yesterday at practice, shout out to the 512 Outlaws, what was like one of my favorite duels ever. And it was, and I thought, I was like, man, Virginia Tech, Ohio State 2015 is one of the craziest duels I've ever been. This was the year that Ohio State beat Virginia, or won NCAAs, but Virginia Tech beat them in Castle. Totally nuts. Dance beat.
You yelled all over the mic?
I yelled. I screamed. I I had to scream to get over the raucous Castle crowd. But that was like one of the craziest ones I can remember. I mean, I've never been to
another good place.
Yeah.
One of the best duels I've ever seen, Wisconsin at UNI. A few years back.
UNI's good.
The West Gym at UNI is a bucket
But they
list.
closed the second floor. It sucks.
It's crazy.
No, it sucks now. They closed the second floor.
Don't say it sucks.
It's really lame. It does
really?
suck.
What? Why'd they do that?
It's condemned.
It's condemned. It's old. Yeah, they need to update that infrastructure.
That's one of the most. That's the loudest. I mean, Rec Hall gets crazy, but I remember that duel. Cologne, I believe it was, beat Graf.
I was there.
Dylan Peters beat Ryan Taylor. I mean, the place went crazy.
That's a long time ago. So actually, Parker's mom posted a picture of him in the crowd because we took the kids to that duel because we had a duel tournament the next day.
Yeah, were you there, Ben?
I was there with all of our AWA kids.
That's right.
I remember that. UNI now. Yeah.
I mean, how great was that? Atmosphere?
That was a good duel. Yeah,
it was fantastic.
Really good duel.
So another
how about state tournaments? I mean, high school state tournaments.
Wisconsin State is the best high school state tournament I've ever been to. I've been to probably, because I recruited for a little bit, I've probably been in 12 high school state tournaments, and Wisconsin is by far the best. I mean, it's tell them, Shane, sold out Saturday night, packed house.
Yeah, they do a great job. What about, have you been to Iowa's?
Iowa sells out Wells Fargo Arena.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I heard Iowa's is obviously fantastic. That's the one I want to get to. How's Pennsylvania's? I know the wrestling's
fantastic. It pales
What's
in comparison to Iowa. And I'm really not just being a homer on that one. I've been to Pennsylvania's twice now. And atmosphere-wise, Iowa's is far superior.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
You heard it here from the Iowa native. Three-time
California.
All-State.
I went to Jersey States, and it wasn't as good as Wisconsin, guys. I'm sorry.
Wisconsin does a great job.
Yeah,
the
I went to
Wisconsin
Jersey's.
State tournament is fantastic. They
really
do a great job. I had a friend of mine that lived out in California. He was coaching, and as good as the wrestling is in California, their state tournament, like nobody's there. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
shocking.
New York was similar.
I
New
think
York was small attendance.
I think Jersey State's looks awesome. Every time I've seen clips of it, it looks completely nuts in Atlantic City. Obviously, Salem, Virginia, the VHSL state championships are ridiculous.
Do they do like all 7 or 8 at the same time?
No, we can't. We actually can't fit all our state championships in a convention center, so they're spread out. But Salem's amazing. Indiana's probably good. Yeah, you're right, Joe.
So I went to Rec Hall was awesome. I went to the Ohio State Penn State duel. That was really
great.
Good. A lot of fun.
That's insane. So a couple other really cool events. Well, for me personally, Final X is awesome. The Beat the Streets event every year is like one of my favorite events to cover. World Cup was awesome when it was in LA. Got to call some of those.
Carver will be sweet.
Oh man, yeah, that would be cool. I wasn't at World Cup in Carver, but those would be cool. Yeah, so that's what comes to mind. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool events. I've never been to a Tech NC State duel since that rivalry has been like. Actually, I have been at one, but it wasn't. It was before this rivalry had really arrived. I was there when Gwiz pinned Walls at the Moss Art Center in that like theater. That was pretty cool. But actually, speaking of, I kind of take it back. I went to NC State. This was like when they were they weren't in their new really nice place. It was like getting renovated or whatever. They were in this little, like, it was so small. They just had some bleachers rolled in. And they dueled Missouri and Virginia Tech in the same weekend.
Oh, I remember that.
This was, it was, I was there. I got to call both duels. I don't even know if it was live streamed. It was just like the archive that we did was like the only thing. And both duels were nuts. They lost to Virginia Tech and beat Missouri, or the opposite happened. I can't remember which, but it was.
I think they beat Missouri. It was a close one.
I think Tech won, and then the Sunday duel they beat them. It was really really fun. So I remember those. Great atmosphere, even though it was like really really tight. Okay, that's what comes to mind. There's a lot of good events. Duels are just the best, right? It's just like 2 hours. They're so intense. All the stuff matters. Okay. Next question. Will the roll under, this is a good question for Ben. Will the roll under Shin Wizard counter Kemerer hit on Starachi at the end of the second ever be effective again?
Has it ever been effective in the first place?
I mean, it does sort of clear the Wizard, but it seems like they just end up in a really similar situation afterwards.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I mean, I've maybe seen 1 or 2 people hit it for a score, but I've never seen it be effective in a regular basis, right?
I want to say either Nico or Dylan Ness hit this successfully in a match, and I can't recall which.
Yeah, so a couple times, but never on a real regular basis, because I don't think it's that good of a move. That's just my feeling.
All right. I think we did it. I think this is a great show. I think we can call it right now. This was awesome. Shane, do you have anything you want to say before you go? Any shout-outs to any animals or any movies?
Man, I just
or any
obviously
bands.
Step Brothers is great. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, I'll give you one. I'll give you a good little shout-out. Did you guys watch the Sammy the Bull Gravano deal that they had? I think it was on ABC last Thursday.
Oh,
That's worth watching.
Okay, I'm in on this.
It was really good.
The FloWrestling staff loves mob stuff.
This is a can't miss.
Can't miss.
3-6, they're all great.
Yeah, we love all the mafias. All right, let's go. All right, Tyler Burnett, our producer, puts in the chat, quote, "Guys, can I tell a story? Lions are my favorite animal." That's the quote of the show. Shane, thank you so much. JD Ben,
You
this
guys
was a
have
lot
a
of
great
fun.
week. Take care.
You too, Shane. We'll see you next week. Have fun calling the Penn State duels this week. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to eat tacos. We're hopefully not be snowed out from the treacherous rain. here in Austin, Texas.
Retro.
We'll have the show no matter what tomorrow, one way or the other. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Happy Wednesday. Goodbye.
Peace.